See you next time, Renee. Wait, is that how? Oh, I forgot the
Yeah,
saying.
that was it.
Oh, good.
I think that was it exactly.
All right.
Unless I'm
tweeted-
also remembering it wrong.
Woo. Everything's
Who
great.
I was playing YouTube on my laptop and it started playing through the speakers. Nope. Everything's good. We're professionals here.
Well, YouTube stream, let us know if you can hear the music that is being piped from Roll20. If you can't, I don't know what we'll do. But we had some exciting technical challenges. We were just about at the part of the thing where you have to go on the PA and say, "Attention, is there an OBS streaming expert on the plane? There's an emergency. please report to us."
Yes, the music is being heard. Will Wagner
all right.
reports music.
All right, so we're good.
My mom also said she heard the music just before she probably heads off
Yay!
to bed.
Did she face the music though, Erica?
She was an elementary school music teacher. She's
Oh, so
faced
yes.
all the
Yes.
music.
She knows all about maracas.
Yep.
This is what we are now. We're a podcast that does music, Tony.
I don't know.
As long as we
just
don't have an
vibe.
actual air horn button. As long as
can't-
it's just Micah doing the air horn.
One of the groups has an air horn app.
I did put it in the
Blah, blah, blah,
soundboard
blah.
for Shocktober.
We don't talk about Shocktober anymore.
That's true. It's over.
We killed that.
It's
what are we
Wait,
doing?
Shocktober.
I thought we just beat it.
Well, yeah, it's dead.
Just wait until 6th edition.
Yeah. Okay, we're now. I had everything in my head totally planned out, and then it took us 23 minutes to get live. I turned the music off. That's why you don't hear it, people. There'll be more stuff later. Tuesday night, Dog and Tony show back playing Dungeon and/or Dragon.
Did anyone else hear Dog and Tony show?
Yep,
Okay, good.
Yep, definitely heard Dog and Tony show.
Yep.
Which is
Everything's gonna be
accurate.
great today.
Very accurate.
I choose dog.
I choose Tony.
Well-
Fight.
Oh, why am I fighting dogs again?
I have fundamentally miscalculated.
It's just like the old woman said.
Yeah. Do not bring a Tony to a dog fight. That is not a,
He doesn't enjoy
No.
those.
No, and he will notify the proper authorities
True.
as is
Yes.
right to do.
Yeah, also, he'll probably lose a lot of money first, though. I don't know if I should be spilling those secrets, but
Dan, always dance with the dog that brought you. So that's neither a borrower nor a lender be. Anyway, so, why do people never ask me for advice? I have a lot to give.
I have a lot to
not
return.
All right. It is Tuesday night. We are doing the Dog and Pony show. This is the thing where I introduce the bootleg/live show before we then actually start the episode. There is no agenda. There is no bullet points. There's no reference for what I do or don't say here. We are slightly more ridiculous than when the episode actually starts, at which point we become serious professionals. Correct?
Yeah.
We're professionals.
that?
Yarp.
Anyway, I hope everyone out there on YouTube / wherever you're listening to the bootleg is doing okay. We have an amazing 13 people watching, so that's you have an excellent 2-to-1 ratio of players and Dungeon Masters to live listeners, and we hope that we can give you the appropriate amount of individual attention you need. Does anyone have any issues they need help with right now?
If we have to fight the listeners, we're in trouble, is what I'm hearing.
Do we have to
Speak for
They're going
fight
to
yourself.
overwhelm us.
Yeah.
50
I-
listener-sized listeners or one giant?
All listeners are listener-sized listeners by definition, Dan. Don't fight the listeners. We love our listeners.
We love our listeners.
And we shouldn't fight them because they'd win.
And
So
yes,
that's
they're
it.
very strong. And
That's
I'm
tactical
hearing
advice.
I'm hearing
Attractive.
from my sources that all of our listeners are, yes, very strong, muscular, good in a tussle. So
Yeah.
yeah, let's
Scrappy.
call off that plan.
Yeah.
Yes, scrappy.
Yeah.
Scrappy,
Yeah.
that's right.
Dirty
Yeah.
fighters too.
Yeah.
Oh,
they will
no.
destroy you.
Sort of dust in the eyes situation.
There's no. Hey, look. There's no. Once you get into it, I think there's people who pretend there are rules to a fight, and then there's people who win fights. That's how I see it. Says Tony, a man who has not been in a fight in let's just say 25 years. Anyway, we should do the thing. It's only 30 minutes after we're supposed to start. 26. Who's counting? We should start the episode because this is technically the start of a new season of Dog and Pony Show. I know if you listen to the bootlegs and the live streams and whatnot, it's you don't really get the season breaks because we just play and record as often as we can, which is roughly monthly, but sometimes more than that. But this will, in how things are being released, be a new season. Our players have leveled up, probably if they did their homework. They are now a level that can only be described as
9.
9?
Nine!
Yep, thanks. Thank you. Wasn't sure. Didn't want to say 8 or 10, but didn't want to say 9 super much.
Way
either.
to thread that needle.
Yeah, we
Yep.
should have said 11 or something. Come on.
Nope, that's way out.
That would have been too much work right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, like crap. Now I've got to.
And we are, believe it or not, I don't know, Erica, do you know how many hundreds of episodes we are into this? We're not hundreds, but many episodes into this.
This is episode 1 of season 6. That's what I know.
Oh, thank you.
I can tell you, Tony, this is live session number 49, I believe.
Okay, there you go.
What?
Does that
Dan's the one
mean?
with the info.
Just-
Does that mean
Just
it's
Curse of
50?
Strahd?
It's our 50th
No, this is
live
it's
recording?
our 49th live
Or
recording.
49.
No,
And this
next
is where we
time.
stop.
Yeah, no,
We're
this
not
is
doing
49.
next-
This is
Okay.
49.
So
yeah, no,
we-
next time we have to do something special.
no, we're not. No.
Oh,
No.
okay. Jane and I will do something special.
I will
All right,
I will
that's
wear
fine.
a special hat.
Oh,
You and
sports
me,
corner.
Micah.
Return of
Why
sports
is it
corner.
always hats with you
Oh, we could-
people?
Because it's Zoom. All you see
Yeah.
is my head.
We could do remember Sports Corner? We could go back to Sports Corner.
I do
Ooh.
know sports
I
I
corner.
still
could
have
wear
that
a gown,
spreadsheet.
but you wouldn't see it.
Yeah.
I am wearing
So-
a gown. You just can't see it.
But yeah, and we are getting toward the end of the adventure, based on the fact that it is an adventure that goes from levels 1 through 10 inclusive. And we are getting toward Castle Ravenloft, which is, let me tell you,
Oh, I'm sorry. We have got to take a pause because we just got some major guff from the Dirty Fighting listeners.
oh no.
Simon writes in to say something special could just be starting on time.
Oh no!
Oh,
Wait, is your revenge like you decided to delay the starting of the game longer to bring it in with
Yeah.
this news? Because I
Simon,
feel like
your
power
mistake-
move, Micah,
your mistake.
power move.
Thank you.
Yeah. First of all, Simon, you're very correct. But second of all, just by saying that, you've cost at least 2 minutes on the clock.
Go
The
go
meter-
sit in the
the
corner,
meter
Simon.
is
You know what
running.
you've done.
Yeah.
Think about
Thank you for being here, Simon. And only Simon. We should do this, right? I don't know.
8:30 on the
Do it.
dot, Tony. Just like we scheduled.
Woo!
So they always planned.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, a dungeon master. Today, it is time for yet more of the Dog and Pony Show. That is right. Curse of Strahd, a new season, a new adventure. It's not a new adventure, which is a continuing adventure we've been playing for many, many years. Our players are here. They are leveled up. They are ready for some of the horrors, probably not all of the horrors that await them within Castle Ravenloft. Allow me to introduce our players. They will remind you of who their characters are, and then we will get into it without any hesitation or dithering, maybe. First up, he is running the stream and doing computer stuff. He looks startled that I am calling on him first, even though I am doing this by giving him a variety of auditory and visual cues that he will be the first to introduce himself. It is Dan Moore.
Hi, Tony. Is this a good time to pause and ask a technical question?
Oh no.
It's a fine time, Dan.
This is
Hello,
good.
bootleg.
This will probably get good. Erica, are you recording the Zoom?
Oh, nope.
Yep.
Ah.
Can you? I didn't have the ability to.
It says please ask the host to give you permission to record.
Why can't I do that? If
Are
I
you
click
the
on-
host?
Did you log in as yourself or as?
Oh
as
boy, I hope
whoever
so.
Owns this?
No, I'm on the incompetent. Let me try here. Sorry.
It does say Dan Moore. I don't know if you changed it.
Yeah, for some reason I can't. Well, I changed it, but because I got the incomparable icon. Sorry, I don't know. I just noticed. I was thinking about it, and then I was like, why can't? The only thing it gives me options for you are chat and pin. Why can't I make you?
Well, it's not showing you as the host right now. It's not showing anybody as the host.
Ooh, we've gone rogue.
We've got hostless.
Well, I mean
One
that.
second. Why?
Can't
I would,
have-
I would leave.
happening?
I would leave Zune and come back, Dan. Oh,
No,
host
don't
is
leave me, come
available.
back.
Hold on. It says claim host.
Yeah, I
like-
tried.
But then okay. Mike,
Wait, hold on. Where does it
Where
say
did
that?
it say that?
Down in the bottom of the
participants
participants,
window.
the far right.
Oh, I see.
Reclaim host.
There you go.
Wow,
Enter
this
the
is
host
like
It's not doing anything.
Oh no.
All right.
Try it again.
Enter the host key to claim host role.
Wait,
It's
I don't
definitely
even get
0,
that.
0,
Hold on.
0.
It's like an Excalibur situation.
Hold on. Waiting for the host to start this meeting. It says in
There,
another window
Cano.
somewhere else. Okay, zoom. Okay. Well, this is going swimmingly.
5.
Recording in progress.
Yeah, this is
there we
going.
go.
Okay.
Smooth.
So if you want to stop recording.
Okay,
so I can
I
record.
very nearly clicked the leave meeting button.
Oh man. Well, that was.
Tuesday night.
A well-oiled machine.
So do you want
Wow.
to stop
I don't know what
recording so I
happened
can
there.
Start
Just-
recording?
The oil is maple syrup. That's the problem.
That is the problem.
Traditional
Crystallizing.
Canadian WD-40.
Don't get this
Um,
mixed up.
I think it thought I was logged into my own account, even though I had entered the credentials for this account. I'm very confused.
So do you want to stop recording and then give me permission so I can do it? Or do you
Oh, is
wanna
that
just-
me? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
you're
recording.
Recording stopped.
Yep.
Are we still streaming successfully?
Oh yeah, everyone's really loving this.
They're all enjoying it.
Hey, do you want to see the baby blanket I crocheted stream?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
beautiful.
Thank you.
crocheted.
I
Recording
too.
in
I'm
progress.
knitting a baby blanket.
Oh, and it looks like we have the same colors working.
Yeah.
Blues and grays.
Well-oiled machine.
Okay.
Well, syruped machine. Right.
I think everything's fine.
Ah.
Oh,
For
what a
anyone
day.
who's feeling, for
What
anyone
a
who's
day.
feeling like they were missing out on all the things that happened in the 17 minutes it took us to get the stream caught up, imagine that,
Basically.
but for 17 minutes long. And it's like you're here.
All right.
Yep.
Do you
Should
just
we
want
just go to season 4?
Yeah, let's.
Should we just we don't talk about season 3.
Tony,
Strahd
do you
is dead, and it is merely your job to engage in the routine rebuilding of a government in Barovia. Roll for committee meeting. What
I
type
would
of
be-
government?
Tony, I would be so into a campaign where we just rebuild Barovia through like the
fun.
formation
Jane,
of
I
committees.
honestly think that
Jane,
sounds fun too.
Yep.
You are a dear friend, and I have zero concerns that you would not be amazing at that. However, I think of there be as two types of players in this world. Players that want to do that, who I do not want to play that with. Players who do not want to do that, who I do not want to do that with.
So what I'm hearing
So-
is Jane needs to run.
Yes.
The
Oh.
The rebuilding campaign.
I'm in. I'm in.
Yeah.
We'll mix
And
it
then
up.
Tony gets to be a character.
Spurious Whisper Face returns.
No,
Where's
Tony
he
has
been?
to play Lena.
I was just making Hero Forge minis for my my 4 characters that I've ever run in like 25 years of playing D&D, where I'm mainly a dungeon master. All right, Dan, we are burning daylight. How are we doing?
We're doing great. Everything's
All
fine.
right,
I
I'm
don't
just
know
gonna
where you
start
want to
over.
start. Yeah.
we're gonna start over because I am kind to.
Oh, that means we have to play the music and see if Aline can hear it.
No.
How far back do you want to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys,
Episode
it's
1.
Everyone pretend it's Monday. All right. Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, a dungeon master. Today we are starting off a new season of your favorite dog and pony show, The Dog and Pony Show. Continuing Curse of Strahd, mixing it up in Barovia. Our players you know and love are back. They have leveled up and they are ready to take on Ravenloft itself. Allow me to introduce our players. They will introduce their characters and then we will get into it. First up, the one, the only, the Dan Morin. Dan, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Tony. I'm here playing Castan Onatar's Crucible, a Warforged cleric of the god Onatar.
Dan, do you want to remind us about pronouns for you/Onatar?
I would love to. I'm so glad you asked. I use he, him pronouns, but Crucible uses they, them pronouns.
Thank you so much. Next up, it's Erica Ensign.
Hello. Super excited for a brand new season in which I'm still playing Brildish, the Dwarven Paladin. Her pronouns and mine are she, her. Brildish also has a celestial pony named Pony Sindelart, and his pronouns are he, him.
Also joining us, Aline Sims.
Hello, I play Imra Soliana, the Wood Elf Ranger, and her trusty pupper, Androdite. We all use she, her pronouns.
Also joining us, Micah Sargent.
Hello, I play Elivor Landman, the half-elf druid. He and I use he, him pronouns, and we have a pal, Samus, She uses she, her pronouns.
And last, but certainly not least, it is Jane Ritt, my good pal.
Hello, I am Jane Ritt playing Lena Dulina, the human rogue. We both use she, her pronouns.
All right, what are we doing? Well, our adventurers have been back and forth across Barovia. That's Big Barovia. They started in Little Barovia. They've done battle with all sorts of forces of darkness, many of them minions, or at least, fans of one Strahd von Zarovich, the not so great lord and ruler of the land of Barovia. Barovia itself continues to be an inescapable land. Anyone who attempts to wander out the edges of Barovia find themselves stumbling back toward whence they came through the fog. But our adventurers have been hither and yon in the land, collecting allies, collecting information, and collecting some artifacts that may equip them for a final confrontation with one Strahd von Zarovich. And so with those allies, that information, and one glowing sword in hand, they set off to Castle Ravenloft, perhaps their last journey along the old Svalich Road. Our adventurers are now level 9, which, as far as I'm concerned, it's a good level to die at. Just pro tip, anyone?
The most Klingon of levels?
Yeah, it's a good number to die. So you've left Vallaki after helping them out with exposing they weren't sure if it was a plague or what was going on, but basically a collective noun of vampires operating out of the old coffin maker's shop that was causing all kinds of trouble for Vallaki. Probably not helping it was the local government's insistence on covering it up by burning down any of the houses that were attacked by vampire spawn. So you've left them in a better place, both mentally and physically, by re-sanctifying the town of Vallaki so that they are safe, hopefully, from attacks from the undead. In case you guys don't succeed in killing Strahd von Zarovich, even if you die in your pathetic attempt to kill he who has ruled over Barovia for years and years, Vallaki is technically better off than it was before you got here.
We'll take it.
That's the Dog and Pony Show promise.
Yes.
Technically better off.
Technically better off. All right. I will just take you to the map of Barovia just to remind you about where you've been and where you're going. So you've got that there to kind of take in. So we're going to kind of jump ahead in time. I'm assuming we have left Vallaki, which is in central Barovia, and you followed the winding old Svalich Road toward Castle Ravenloft. If you remember way back when, our adventure originated in Little Barovia, and the turnoff for Castle Ravenloft or Vallaki was pretty early on in our adventure, in case you felt like, hey, I'm level 5. Let's go check out this Castle Ravenloft thing. So you follow the winding old Svalich Road through the forest, the craggy mountain peaks to the turnoff where it takes a sudden turn to the east. And as you follow that path up, it's climbing up through the mountains as Castle Ravenloft is built upon a large cliff overlooking Little Barovia. You turn a corner in the woods and come across the awesome presence. Castle Ravenloft towers before you. A little ways ahead of Castle Ravenloft, there are 2 twin turrets of stone, broken from years of exposure. Beyond these guard towers, there's a precipice, 50-foot wide drop, kind of a fog-filled chasm that just looking down disappears into unknown depths. The drawbridge is conveniently lowered. It's old, shored up with wooden beams stretching across the chasm. Between you and the archway, you see beyond there's a courtyard. The chains of the drawbridge are kind of creaking in the wind.
That's not creepy at all.
Yeah, but all gates do that here.
Just standard gates. And so you decide to press on. You head across the drawbridge. The rust-eaten iron chains strain under your weight. You cross through the immense high walls of Castle Ravenloft. Each of the walls look like they're a good almost 100 feet high, which, as castle nerds on the internet have told me extensively, is much too high for any castle. castle
Good old
nerds.
castle
Wait,
nerds.
using my historical knowledge feature, can I determine what these ruins were once used for?
Dan, it's still a castle.
Literally has never come in handy.
Not when we're done with it. It won't be.
It'll be an X castle.
I have loaded a map which should show you a
Ooh.
very big map. You should be far to the left, inside the courtyard of Castle Ravenloft. This is kind of a bird's eye view map. There is potentially things on this map that you can't see if you're not a bird, but you start in the main courtyard. Just to remind you, just to remind you and me of your adventuring party. Obviously, it is the 5 of you, but you are accompanied by your many companions. A companion number of 5, a number of a reasonable dungeon master would not have permitted. Of course,
it is an auspicious day.
Of course, it wouldn't be the Dog and Pony show without Pony the Pony and Androdite the dog, Samus Sabertooth Tiger, an early addition, an important member of the group. Also present, Aragal the Failed Assassin, and Vasilica, the flesh golem, the somewhat silent creation of the abbot from the abbey far to the west of Barovia, who I believe is, I don't know I'm not sure if this is a charade or just a thing you're doing, but nominally a person you are escorting to be delivered to one Count Strahd von Zarovich. So you have passed over the drawbridge under a kind of rotting ancient portcullis and into the courtyard. You can see the huge tower structure of Castle Ravenloft ahead of you. The courtyard itself is quite expansive, though empty and desolate. It looks like it kind of heads in both directions. The castle is due east of you, I think. Yes, due east of you. You could potentially go north or south around the castle structure if you wanted, but the main doors of the castle are straight ahead of you, and in fact, look like they're just standing there kind of ajar. There's some torchlight kind of spilling out from inside, as it is very gloomy here. I'm going to say it's pretty, it's mid-morning, but of course it's Barovia, and it's now you're in Ravenloft proper, where things are always a little dark, and a torchlight comes in handy even at 10:30 in the morning.
We should point out that
Vasilica
is wearing a wedding dress, and under that wedding dress is handcrafted armor that Crucible created for her. So just a thing to remember if anything should happen.
It's bad luck if Strahd sees her in the wedding dress, which is good.
You should stay away.
So we should figure out if it was, did you make her like plate, or did you make her like chain, or I'm trying to figure out if she has disadvantage on stealth checks.
I'm sure it wasn't plate.
Probably not, but I would think chainmail is not implausible.
Yeah. That being said, having worn a wedding dress, that is probably itself enough to give you a disadvantage on stealth checks. But
yeah, it's not really designed for.
But she looks beautiful.
Rustling. Yes,
she looks beautiful.
I mean, she can hang with me, who I think I have disadvantage on stealth checks anyway. Or I'm just suck at them.
Yeah. So are we standing between 2 like guard towers?
Yes.
Are they towers or rooms?
They are. I mean, they're little turrets. The all of Castle Ravenloft is surrounded by, as Castle nerds would call it, a curtain wall that surrounds the entire structure, which is 100 feet tall. There do seem to be turrets with kind of guard rooms to either side here of where you've come to the portcullis, whereas perhaps a more occupied and functioning castle would likely have guards stationed right here to greet you and perhaps inspect whatever goods you're bringing in and question you and whatnot. The courtyard of Castle Ravenloft is empty and bereft of any living souls. It's just the howling of the wind in the distance.
I have 2 thoughts, everybody. One, we try and get up these sort of guard stations up onto the curtain walls and take a survey of this whole exterior area, see if there are any entrances to the castle from one of these. Second idea, walk through the front door. He would never expect it.
Front door is wide open.
I always believe in being polite, and being polite means knocking at the front door.
It does look like, just I think a quick visual inspection. It does look like you could probably get up into the walls and potentially access some of the upper floors of Castle Ravenloft via the walls if you were so inclined. But you could also just proceed through the open door ahead.
Lena reaches back into her memory to those things that we learned that we may want to access. Were any of them on the second floor?
I believe Erica, this is a place where
she wonders.
Erica helps us out. Let me pull up the prophecies.
Let me just pull up the prophecies. Hold on one second.
No, I don't know if it was the prophecies. I think it was other Lena.
Let's see. You found, let's see. So way back when we played this game in September 2019, people, you one of the first things that happened upon arriving in Barovia is you met with Madame Eva, and she gave you a reading of several cards that told you of basically places where you could find the information and artifacts related to Strahd von Zarovich and how you will defeat him. It was mentioned that there was the Tome of Strahd, a book of history or ancient knowledge that could be found in a place of supplication. There was a mention of a holy symbol that would be, I think it has been mentioned, might be found. It's seek a cask that once contained the finest wine, of which not a drop remains. And they suggested that there might be a wine cellar, not traditionally on the second floor of a castle. You found the Sun Sword. You have located Strahd's enemy, that being Basilica. And then last but certainly not least, where could you find Strahd if you needed to locate him when you are ready? Obviously, he's in a lot of different places potentially around Castle Ravenloft, but perhaps when you are ready to confront him, he dwells with the one whose blood sealed his doom, a brother of light, snuffed out too soon.
Also, we know that they're the bones of the head of the dragon. I've forgotten the name of the dragon. Are also somewhere, possibly like mounted in a trophy room, and that is one of the things that Broldish is going to be watching very, very carefully for, because it's really important to her.
So I think you have a variety of upstairs and downstairs tasks ahead of you.
So I believe, what's her name, Esmeralda?
Esmeralda Davenir is also basically is indicated that she would be running her own adventure.
Yep. So and
to sneak into the castle, and she'll find you when she needs to.
Yeah, she had told us that so the first floor has an entry hall, and I believe we were looking for a ruined chapel there. Lena remembers. Then on the second floor was the court of the count, which I don't know why we would want to go there, but we know that's where it is. And then on level 3, it's the rooms of weeping.
This doesn't get better.
No, the names of the areas of Castle Ravenloft.
Level 4 would be spiky death things, and level 5 is catapult you into the sun.
Level 6 is all the poxes.
Did any of you watch Are You Being Served, just as a tangent? Because this sounds a lot like the opening to Are You Being Served? No? Okay, someone's going to understand that. And they're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's totally what it is. Just saying.
And she had also told us that there were 2 huge towers that have a maddening internal logic, but could be used to access most floors of the castle. Are these the 2 towers that we see?
Indeed.
Before us? Indeed.
And in fact, hold on, I believe this is the part where I flounder around in roll 20. You've got an overhead view. This is a side view of Castle Ravenloft.
Whoa. That looks so cool.
Hold on, I'm pulling that up for the live stream.
Yeah.
Wow.
So imagine yourselves, you basically have just walked through that archway at the front. Or no, this is what you are seeing. This is inside the curtain wall. This is the ahead of you is this structure.
A very tall castle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Huh.
So 2 towers. One of them has a flat top.
It's still not a mountain.
Okay. Did anyone try and tell you that it was a mountain?
Just saying.
Is people going to complain about how steep these towers are next?
Yes.
So yes, there are 2 huge spires to Castle Ravenloft. One kind of got a flat turret, and one's got more of your pointy, I don't know, fairy tale castle. I don't know what you call that
parapet.
thing.
I don't know what that is.
I'm not a castle nerd.
Yeah.
At least not that castle nerdy.
And you can see there is a bridge that connects them that's visible to you. And one could imagine within the kind of main structures of Castle Ravenloft, of which there's several floors below the towers, there could be, I'm curious to see how completionist you all are once you actually go inside the castle.
I'm afraid to go
guys,
inside the castle.
should we just go home?
I'm just saying, there's a lot of places
No.
you could go, and you can try and kind of, you've got that side view map, and then you've also got the aerial view here in front of, in your current view.
Well, I'll turn to everybody and say, I'm happy to just go in the front door and just, axes blazing, but I will defer to you, my friends.
Did
if
you want
have
your
a good
axe to
idea.
be on fire? Because I can do that.
Ooh. maybe not until we run into something.
Oh, very well.
We will.
It seems as though we still have some resources that we may be able to locate. Perhaps we should focus on those before we make our way to Strahd himself.
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
good idea.
Do we think we have a sense of where they're located in the overall scheme of things?
Is it
I
one of those
Unfortunately,
maps that says
I
you
don't
are
have
here?
GPS for this place. Unlike, like, we could find a throne and I could sit in it and see if it gives me GPS.
Well, I think it's a big castle, but you could make some assumptions that probably a trophy room is up, probably a wine cellar is down. Some of the other clues were slightly more cryptic / hard to know where a chapel might be
Yeah, I was
in
going
a
to say,
castle.
is there any chance you can make a, I don't know, history
So
check or intelligence check to...
the ruined chapel we know is on the first floor.
Maybe
because-
I already gave you that information and I forgot.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Because
perhaps then...
Esmeralda told us that one.
Perhaps
Okay,
we should
cool.
start there if it is on the first floor, and we are already on the first floor.
Mm-hmm.
Convenient.
Convenient.
All
I'm
right.
scared to just walk in. Are we just gonna walk in?
I'll go first.
Crucible
if you want me
has
to.
no problem.
Okay.
either.
All right.
Crucible and
remind you,
Broldish stroll up
They're
arm in
together.
arm.
Important question. Are we
Mhm.
riding the horse into the castle?
Yes. Baller move, please. Come on.
Yeah, I don't. Or is this like a Mario's World situation where you leave Yoshi outside the castle, even though he'd
No,
be
this is-
really useful inside the castle?
It's a pony,
Mm,
so
sorry.
I feel like he's
okay.
gonna fit through most doors.
So okay, but what about Argo?
I will ride Argo in. Fine.
All right.
Piggyback.
The goal for the next part of our adventure is to remember that Argo is here.
Or to make
Or
sure
not.
Tony forgets, because we've seen what happens when Argal is in the neighborhood of the devil himself before.
Hey guys.
Oh, should we leave Argal outside?
No, I think we should bring him along.
Yeah. I do
Otherwise,
too.
he might try to
Okay,
sneak
yeah.
up on us against his own will.
All right.
Yeah.
I am taking you to a new map because you appear to be entering through the main doors of Castle Ravenloft.
Yep.
Did this map load okay?
Yep.
And you have to scroll to the left.
How insulted would Argal be if we took his weapons for safekeeping between combats?
That seems
Do
like
do we care?
I feel like, I mean, yeah, I don't think there is a thing where, I mean, Argal was he failed trying to kill you all. Stat wise, not a bad assassin, had some bad rolls,
No.
but remember when you were impressed by his stats 5 levels ago, and
Yeah,
he
that
has
was a
not leveled
long
up
time
at all since. So
I think he's still stronger than us.
individually, unfortunately, low self-esteem and bad luck really would make him not the hero of the story.
Okay,
So-
Lena's gonna keep his weapons on her, but to just ask, nothing personal, but
It seems inevitable that you'll regret this later, but sure. Like he will get killed or you'll want him to kill something and he won't be able to. All right, everything's great.
I'm sorry. I have to digress again, but I just have to say that our icons look so good.
they're
Yeah.
so
Roll
good.
20.
They really do.
They're so good. They're so pretty.
They're very pretty.
People, if you
I'm-
can see our
I'm picturing all of
icons.
us with hearts in our eyes.
Yes. Yeah,
Heart emoji, heart emoji.
for real. Okay, we're ready. We're gonna go in.
We're
We're
doing
actually
this?
gonna do this.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Do we
Castle
like
Ravenloft.
link arms?
Well, it's
Skip.
there's like 10 of you when you count all your pets.
Say
so-
a little
so-
before you.
How
We're
tall are
off to
these
see
doors?
Strahd Vanzarevich, the wonderful.
How tall are these doors?
Well, they're big, massive oaken doors.
All right, then I'm
I'm
riding
gonna
pony
say-
through them.
Yeah, you ride the pony through them. So let's just see here as I consult my map. So they really did this, huh? So the ornate outer doors of the castle hang open, flanked by fluttering torches and iron sconces. 20 feet inside, there's this little, I think you could call it a vestibule. There's a second set of doors inside. As you kind of head into this vestibule, or as they call it, vaulted entry foyer, there are 4
Okay.
statues of dragons glaring down at you, their eyes flickering in the torchlight.
I roll to perceive traps with the dragon.
Obviously,
All right.
once we get in a little bit, we're looking around. That's the first
All right.
order of business.
So this thing here ahead of you is the vestibule, and then I should probably
Antechamber.
your antechamber. There's a set of doors that lead into the castle proper. Beyond that,
11.
27.
18.
Whoa,
And-
27.
It can't be that 27 though.
what? Why did I not share? I'm so bad at this. I shared the like architectural diagram of the side view of.
I was gonna ask if there was art.
Castle Ravenloft. Yeah, I even have it saved over here in a tab marked like show to players. Here is the evocative version of Castle Ravenloft.
Oh, check out those ravens.
Wow.
Yeah. See, there's the guard towers with the court with the drawbridge. Now you're inside that. So good luck.
That was a mistake. Why did we do that?
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
we didn't know
look.
how creepy it looked.
Yeah. Well, that's at nighttime. You're here at like 10:35. It's different.
Oh,
it's
it looks
brunch
like more
time.
welcoming, and yeah, they're open for
No,
brunch.
but
Or...
The ravens haven't woken up yet. All right. So
Good evening. Welcome.
believe I
Our
have-
specials are waffles today.
I believe
my
I have
God.
described you as moving into the vestibule. None of you have moved your token into the vestibule yet.
You said there
It's gonna
were
be a-
dragons or something. We were checking it out.
Yeah, I squinted very hard at the dragons to see if there are any seams or glowing eyes or, pulsing textures.
Did you roll something?
Yes, I rolled a 27 on perception.
Those statues give you the heebie-jeebies. Yeah, there's you know what I will tell you, Lena Delina with a 27. Those statues, if they are statues, look identical to red dragon wormlings. They appear completely stationary and inanimate, but like somebody
made
went
of
to a lot
stone?
of they're very well painted if they are.
Can I, use my dwarvish stone knowledge to roll a history check and see if I can figure out if they actually are stone?
Sure.
All right. Means I believe I get to double my proficiency bonus. It's more helpful when you roll higher. So, oh yeah, my history is a -1. That's great. So, 12.
They look real fancy for statues. Yeah, it's hard to say. It's possible they are part of some kind of security system. They are certainly not disguised. They're just...
I whisper to everybody, I don't know if those are statues. If they're not statues, I don't know if that means we should quietly back away and find another entrance. I don't. Do any of us know
Canonically-
anything about red dragon wormlings?
Canonically, they give me the heebie-jeebies.
Mhm.
Crucible says, well, we didn't come here to not enter the castle. I feel that we should press forward.
Well, okay, let's just real quick take a couple of steps back, and how about one of us shoots one of the dragons with an arrow, and if the arrow breaks, that's cool, and if the arrow awakes a dragon, we at least have some maneuvering room.
Maneuver and room.
Makes sense? Everybody back.
Okay, I can do that.
All right.
Well, it was nice visiting Castle Ravenloft. Goodbye.
You rapidly back up out of the vestibule of Castle Ravenloft.
These are probably the last statues we'll see.
Yeah. This is gonna be one of those real slow campaigns.
The first D&D game I ever played, ever. Tony had us almost die because of some statues.
Was that you? I forgot. There's
That
also
was
that
me.
one where kobolds threw trash at people. Almost
That
to
was
death.
also me.
Story checks out.
I'm just, I mean, I think I've talked about this before. I think statues are creepy, and more people should be as afraid of them as I am.
Yeah,
So-
Lena does too. So she, with her crossbow, takes a shot at one of the statues.
The crossbow bolt ricochets off the red dragon wormling statue ? And ricochets around the vestibule, clattering to the ground on the stones. The statue does not react in any way, shape, or form. I'm
You
also
hurt my feelings.
This is a classic player thing. We're at the start of an adventure, as it were, at the start of a season, where you're going to be very cautious. In about 2 hours of game time, you'll just be kicking open doors and jumping down elevator shafts.
Mhm.
Yep.
Well, once you kind of get a feel for the place, you get to be just reckless enough that you stumble into crap.
Yep.
That
Also, I want to go
perfect
back to there
balance of
being
recklessness.
elevator shafts in Ravenloft.
There is
They're
an
dumb
elevator shaft in
waiters.
Ravenloft.
All right, I guess
What?
there's nothing wrong. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with these statues, so we might as well press
right.
forward.
Lena
Let's
Delina,
go.
does that mean you're opening the door and heading onward?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll be right there
The
next to you.
chamber beyond is quite large. I will reveal it and also describe
I pick
it.
up my crossbow bolt.
All right. Let me just a lot to reveal on the map. All right. So this is the great entryway to Castle Ravenloft.
That's all right.
Cobwebs stretch between the columns that support the vaulted ceiling of a great dusty hall, dimly lit by sputtering torches and iron sconces. The torches cast odd shadows across the faces of 8 stone gargoyles squatting motionlessly on the rim of the domed ceiling. Cracked and faded ceiling frescoes are covered by decay. There are double doors of bronze. To the east, they are closed. To the north, a wide staircase climbs into darkness. A lit hallway to the south it shows another set of double doors, bronze, and also it looks like there's another slightly side passageway heading off to the east. As you are kind of observing all of this, a creature approaches from the stairway to the north.
Hello.
And I have art of this creature.
Creature.
All right.
Oh, hello.
An elf.
You
with
say,
kind of-
hello.
Got a little bit of a Hugo Weaving thing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
very much so. An elf with brown skin and long black hair descends this very wide staircase. He is as silent as a cat as he kind of moves down the stairs. He's wearing a gray cloak, but you can see it looks like he might have some black studded leather armor beneath it. There's a polished scimitar hanging from his belt, and he's carrying a candelabra with several lit candles as he descends the stairs. As it is rather gloomy in Castle Ravenloft, and though there are torches here, it's possible that other parts of Castle Ravenloft are not as well lit. He looks down at the 10 of you standing in the doors.
Just the 10 of us.
Doors to the
10
to the
for
great
brunch?
entryway.
How
and
long do
says,
we have to wait for a table?
I did say hello.
Greetings, welcome to Castle Ravenloft.
Thank you.
You are expected.
I know. We were
We're
invited.
invited. Mhm.
From somewhere, sounds like possibly to the south, some music begins to play.
Oh dear.
I am Rahadin, Chamberlain of Castle Ravenloft. Would you like to follow me? My master is waiting.
I look
Sorry, what
around.
did you say? There was some
Yeah,
music that started playing, and I couldn't quite hear. Oh wait, it's still go. It's still go. Yeah.
Is that him?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Still going.
It's quite
He
good.
does so enjoy his pipe organ.
Everybody
You were-
needed to find a hobby in quarantine. I understand.
We were actually hoping we could get a tour before we went to see the fella himself.
We've heard the chapel is lovely.
Well, I can't recommend wandering. Visitors find Castle Ravenloft treacherous.
Well, it's not wandering if it's a tour. Do you not
True.
understand the word tour? Should we explain it? I can explain it to you if you want.
Madam, I think it is best
Oh,
that we
fancy.
do not keep the master waiting. There is food if you are of the kind that enjoys
No,
that
thanks,
sort
not
of
hungry.
thing. I will say, somebody give me an insight check.
I look at all my buddies like, what are we doing?
23 on insight.
Holy moly, that's better than my 18.
Crit.
What?
Whoa!
30.
Lena to Lena and Crucible. When Broldish mentions the chapel, you definitely notice Rahadin's eyes kind of dart to the double doors to the east.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Surely a visit to the chapel is not unwarranted.
I mean,
I'm
technically
afraid.
we were supposed to come for brunch, and you're supposed to pray before a meal, according to some people. And I just feel like that's the thing that we should do.
I think Hayla would really appreciate a
Yes.
pre-brunch.
I encourage you not to mention her name around here. You are in a different
Ha!
environment, visitors, and you are our guests. Please, the guest hall is to the south.
Ah, to the east? Okay, let's head to the east.
You could try and push past Rahadin if you wanted.
Perhaps.
I mean, it's a big hall. You don't even have to push past him. You could just
It's
walk
more,
past
yeah,
him.
it's more of like I couldn't hear you over the loud arse music, so I'm just going to the east like you told us to.
I apologize if it was.
No,
poorly
it wasn't
mixed.
actually loud. It wasn't actually
Okay.
loud. This is for the sake of the
Roll
Where's
deception.
pretending?
This is just
Tony.
Elevor being rude, which is
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you know.
Somebody told Elvor there was a bed in the chapel, and
So Elevor, you head forward. Elevor, as you approach Rahadin, I think there's probably a few things about Rahadin that are perhaps a bit surprising to some of you. Rahadin does appear to be alive. He is
That is
an elf,
surprising.
and he is Elevor. You recognize him immediately as a dusk elf. He does look rather elderly, and elderly in dusk elf years suggests that he is probably several hundred years old. And Elevor, I'm just going to tell you, since you moved relatively close to Rahadin, anyone who moves within 10 feet of Rahadin, which is Elevor, immediately hears the screams of thousands of people in your ears.
I guess I hear
Oh.
that too, since I moved up a little.
Rahadin,
Holy moly.
sorry, Elevor, give me a quick DC 16 wisdom saving throw.
I can do that. That is horrific.
Do Crucible and I also need to do
Wait,
that?
why is it?
It's up to you how quick I don't know. This is one of those things where I don't know. I don't want to penalize Micah for moving his token to all of you or moving as a group. But
Why is the roller not working? I guess I'll just do it here. 26.
all right. So you let's see here. You take 8 psychic damage on a failed saving throw, more on a successful one. Or other way around.
Other way around?
yeah. You would take
that is brutal.
you take 16 on a failed, half on a success, half is 8. And I imagine you might recoil somewhat of that. Rahadin seems a bit concerned that you have approached him so directly. And in fact, Rahadin, I'm going to say, is kind of step back toward these. Apologies, please. I insist. We need to head to the south. Elevor, give me a quick, I don't know, some kind of intelligence check as to what just happened to you.
Okay.
You probably have advantage because of your Fey ancestry.
Where are you? Where are you? Why can I not find you? There you are. 21. I got a nat 20.
You have heard tale of this effect. This is known among the Fae as the Deathly Choir. Rahadin is a creature that has brought a lot of suffering into the world. He is, seems like, personally brought the end to many lives. And so he is effectively haunted by those that he has slain, that he has killed in battle. And anyone who kind of gets too close to Rahadin, which in this case is about 10 feet, will suddenly find themselves beset by the screaming voices of all of those that Rahadin has killed, which will do some psychic damage to you.
Okay,
So
Elevor turns.
Elevor experienced that. Crucible,
Elevor-
Broldish, did either of you experience that either?
I mean, on the map, I was that close. My idea was to follow after Elevor, but not super close after Elevor, to just sort of be like, oh no, wait, stop. That's not the direction he told us to go. So I wasn't exactly hot on his heels.
I don't think Crucible was close enough either.
And imagine that the organ music continues to play in the distance to the south.
Sir, you must realize it is not good luck for him to see his bride, in her gown, and she must freshen up from our travels. We've been, most of us have been on foot. Surely we can have some time to recuperate.
Well, I could give you a few minutes, I assume, but I assure you the rest of Castle Ravenloft is strictly off limits to guests. The guest hall is to the south. You are guests. That is the hall for you. The table has been laid out, but I agree it would probably be for the best that Lady Basilica not accompany you in her current attire, and your beasts and assistant as well, he says, looking at Aragal.
Then we shall make use of your hospitality, and we will go to the guests hall to freshen up.
Agreed.
Is there an antechamber or something that we could use for that before we meet the big dude himself?
I'm assured that you will be welcomed in whatever state you find yourself.
He's been around a while. Has he smelled traveling people recently? I mean, has he met dwarves before? I love her, but we need to do a little cleaning up.
Count Strahd von Zarovich has conquered many lands and led armies into battle. There is nothing among you that he has not smelled before.
Crucible nervously eats some ballberries.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
Gonna ruin your appetite, Crucible.
Dunk, dunk,
Rattle,
dunk
rattle,
as they land in his foot or in their foot. Dunk,
Yeah.
dunk.
Rahadin,
There's a little more rattling on the way down, though.
Rahadin strides purposefully to the south. Anyone have a really good passive perception check? Or not check, but passive perception?
18.
20.
Oh, wow. 20. Lena and Crucible, probably at least one of you notices that the gargoyles in the kind of the dome of the entryway, you catch one of them kind of shifting its weight.
Good.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, cool.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
I guess we follow for now.
Yep.
Elevor just says, and by the way, don't get too close because I don't know if you all know what bad juju is, but old Raha dude has some pretty bad juju, and it's sort of is a painful headache if you get too close. Wonder if he knows the effect he has on people.
Stay away from rawhide. Got it.
Yes, stay away from Rawhide.
All right. Rahadin has pointed you toward the south. Rahadin himself kind of steps back from the doors to the guest hall to give you plenty of space to navigate. Rahadin is kind of blocking the hallway. Leading off to the east, you can see behind him a spiral staircase that seems to both go up and down. And there is, yes, as mentioned here, large bronze doors to a some kind of hall here. Again, this part of Castle Ravenloft, it's
Oh, I thought he was just really
pausing for effect.
Me
Yeah.
too.
It is 9:15, the
suspense.
traditional time for Tony's internet to die.
Guys, are we supposed to go and talk to Strahd?
I
Well,
don't
I
know.
think the fact that we came in through the front door is
I think
yeah,
we have
we might be
to.
stuck with it. If we would have snuck in a side way, maybe we could have skipped it. But he did invite us to brunch.
Yeah,
It's
but
like a
like,
big old spiky wall. This guy can't
Maybe
get around.
is
it.
season
Maybe he's
6
lonely.
gonna be really short?
one episode
Yeah.
exactly.
I saw this scene in Empire Strikes Back, right? You go and sit down with a guy. It ends badly.
Although, I mean, he seems like the type of guy who's going to have a big wedding, total groomzilla, and B,
Mhm.
make us come to his wedding. So I think we might have a little bit of time,
yeah, I think so.
right?
All
Hi,
right,
Tony.
hi.
so as we get a little farther to the south, is there anything beyond the is this a wall, or are there more doors down here?
That is a wall.
Okay,
Oh, sorry. I'll try and give you at least the edges of stuff so you can
thanks.
see what is. Yeah. So just to make sure that you've got the layout so far, because Castle Ravenloft is quite large, you have basically made it into the first hallway. There is big stairs heading up north, double doors to the east unexplored, hallway with spiral staircase leading up and down to the east unexplored. Rahadin is kind of standing there, perhaps tapping his foot anxiously next to a suit of armor, oiled and glistening. Yeah, a suit of oil. No, the armor.
This place is
oiled.
so weird.
Yeah.
I
Other
would
than
like
again,
to make a perception check on that armor. 26.
Yeah,
Okay.
same.
It's
I
maple
have-
syrup.
I have
Mhm.
history with
Mhm.
suits of armor. Not a fan.
It appears to be a decorative ornamental suit of armor.
Yeah,
you know,
so was
you're-
the
you're-
last
you know.
one.
And I know from metalwork.
mm,
I only got a
it
9.
lo- it is I guess it is being displayed ornamentally. It looks like it could be functional at some point. It does not appear to be animated, a ghost, haunted,
A
of
construct.
Full of rats.
Possessed.
Oh no, Tony's animated and a ghost.
We're just giving him ideas at this point. That's bad.
Hey, free suit of armor.
Does anyone else wonder if he's been naming things this entire time? It's gonna come back and it's gonna be like cauliflower, other root vegetables.
Not an aberration, not a celestial.
The
not a
movie
draconic
Miami
origin.
Vice. It's not
Not
that.
a
It's
Fey
not a
origin.
game show. It's not.
How the hell am I going to edit this?
With great care, Erica. With great care. What if he comes
I
back
almost
and we
was
just
like,
move
everybody
all
round of applause for Erica. And then I was like, that would be the worst thing to do.
Actually,
two goblins in a lunchbox.
So a round of applause for me would be great because I can make it like a ringtone, and then that would make my life happier. No, you can't do it after I say round of applause for me.
Fine.
I was going to, and then I called it off out of deference for you and your gentle ears. Not the listeners, good lord. No, so Lena's going to say, yes, we will all proceed to the guest quarters directly, and twitch her head up towards the gargoyles.
Lena, is your neck okay?
No, these I mean, yes, it's fine.
Okay. Application of heat and stretching can really alleviate neck pain.
You know what? Maybe let's not
Thanks.
talk about. Maybe
Thanks,
let's
emergency mechanical hologram.
I'll talk about necks.
Crucible. Maybe not talking so much about necks in the vampire cast.
Ixnay on the neck A.
Acne.
Octane.
You're not clearly not fluent in Pig Latin, Tony.
Yeah.
All those years of real Latin really messed you up.
6 years of real Latin have ruined me for Pig Latin.
None of them were taught by a pig. 0.
No. Yep.
No, he was speaking vampire Latin, which I guess now that I say it, it's probably just Latin.
Latin. Yep. All right.
I guess we're going into the guest hall.
No one wants to open any doors. All right.
I will.
The sound
Crucible
of
will throw
music.
open the double doors to the guest hall.
Double doors. Let me just ask a question. Is playing the music through Roll20 make it hard to hear descriptions of stuff and annoying, or should I play more music?
No,
No,
it's
you can
not
play
actually.
it.
Or
It's
does he have any other songs? Does he take
He has
requests?
the same song. All right. The sound of
Glad to
organ
know they
music
have Bach in Barovia.
Yeah. Yep, I knew someone was going to
Barovia.
call it.
Nice.
Wait, he's in the guest hall?
I thought this was for guests.
So ahead of you in the hall, the guest hall, 3 enormous. This is one of those classic D&D descriptions where they go into lengthy detail about like what's on the tables before mentioning the other people in the room. I love it. 3 enormous crystal chandeliers brilliantly illuminate this magnificent chamber. Pillars of stone stand against dull white marble walls supporting the ceiling. In the center of the room, a long, heavy table is covered with fine white satin cloth. The table is laden with many delectable foods: roast beast basted in savory sauce, roots and herbs of every taste, sweet fruits and vegetables, food of the kind that you have not seen in all of your travels in Barovia, and perhaps not even some of your travels beyond. Places are set up for each of you with fine, delicate china and silver, and each place is a crystal goblet filled with an amber liquid with a delicate, tantalizing fragrance. That's right, you can smell it from the doorway. At the center of the far west wall, between floor-to-ceiling mirrors, stands a massive organ. Its pipes blare out a thunderous melody that speaks in its tones of greatness and despair. Seated at the organ, facing away from you, a single caped figure pounds the keys in a raptured ecstasy. The figure suddenly stops, and a deep silence falls over the dining hall as Strahd von Zarovich rises from the organ and turns to face you.
Hi.
Good day.
No, you're all fired.
That's Brolish's
That was
line
as Brolish
every
said.
Yeah.
time.
Mm.
That's it
It's
was
always
amazing.
high. It's always in that voice.
Aline, how are we on time?
Sorry if I'm stepping on his grandeur, but you know what? Also not sorry.
Not sorry.
We have
Fine.
about 10
Brol-
minutes.
All right, Broldish gains inspiration.
Yay!
Because I reward that kind of horrible behavior. Strahd von Zarovich, welcome you to the guest hall.
Hey, just quick question. Will we be dining with the Wunderhorse today? Because kind of I was hoping for that.
Strap on the old feed bag.
How good of you to ask, but Bucephalus is elsewhere. Please, join me. Come in. You are welcome here. You are
ride
guests,
Pony.
and I assure you that you are under my protection in these chambers.
Insight check.
I did that and rolled a 1, so that's a 9. But Crucible strides right in.
21.
Broldish, Strahd von Zarovich is possibly a prince of lies, but he is also nobility, and it may be that there are certain customs that he is beholden to as a noble and ruler of Barovia, and it's not impossible that he takes guest rights very seriously, and that as long as you are here as guests, you are in fact safe.
Lena makes sure to lower Vasilica's veil before she comes in.
Yes.
And also is arm in arm with her, which I mean Vasilica's huge, so she's probably but she's keeping a very tight grip on her.
Mm-hmm.
And very protective.
This is going to be challenging. I will tell you, some of the hallways in Castle Ravenloft are very narrow as you bring your company of 10, 10 creatures and heroes tromping through the halls. But I believe there are 10 seats set up at the table for all of you.
Wait, Strahd's not eating?
Oh, no.
Tony gets a chair.
I'm sitting at the end.
Please start without me. I have already eaten.
Brodish tucks in.
I'll have what he's having.
I'm not eating any of this food.
Crucible does not eat and will not be eating of this.
Lena kicks Broldish under the table.
So I'm going to assume it sounds like you're at least all moving in. Are you going to sit at the table even if you're not prepared to eat?
I'd like to look around the room and see, like, so clearly table laden with food.
Yeah.
Big organ, vampire lord. No other visible entrances or exits.
No. Yeah. I guess Alina, as you you're used to. In fact, you may want to think about what chair at the table you sit in. There does not appear to be any visible.
Visible means of support. Visible
interior chamber, so there's no windows.
Can you hit us with that one more time?
No video.
There's no, other than the door you've entered through, there is no visible other exits or entrances to this chamber. There's no windows either because you're in an interior chamber of Castle Ravenloft.
Well, and also like that just makes sense in general.
Yeah.
Like
they don't take fire safety seriously in Barovia.
That makes sense.
There is no fire safety.
I mean, we've
in
learned
Barovia.
that, right?
Yeah.
Also, it's a stone room.
Yeah.
The only thing that's going to burn is the table.
And you guys.
Crucible takes a seat at the table, looks at Strahd, and says, "You have a most remarkable home."
Oh, you are too kind. Crucible, it is good to see you again.
I wish I could say likewise, but your reputation is not always of a generous one.
Oh, well, heavy is the head that bears the crown. You know how these things are. Always with the complaining the peasants are. They can never truly be happy.
He's not actually wearing a crown, is he?
Yeah, is there a crown?
No.
Just checking.
No, it's metaphorical.
Yeah.
Metaphorical.
Yep, that's not Brildish asking, that's me.
Oh, that was Elivor wanted to see a crown. There was one. Cool. So anyway, what's sort of, typically at these kinds of things, there's like a little, the joie de vivre, and the person sort of tells us, I don't know what that means. The person sort of tells us kind of what we have planned for the evening. So I'm just wondering, is this like a one?
Does Elivor go to like a lot of like mid-level marketing like things where try to sell
there's a program
on. Yeah, there's a
just kind of wondering, is this sort of like a 1-course meal type of deal? Do we help ourselves here? Do we wait for folks to come out and serve us? Just if you could give me a little bit more insight into what's going on here, sir, that would be great.
Yeah, etiquette, please.
Please do not wait. Help yourselves. I hope the food is to your liking.
Okay, not as fancy as I thought he was.
Does anyone have any like detect poison? Any ability to do that, or to cleanse food or poison?
Probably not prepared.
We've got a druid and a cleric. Somebody's got something.
Definitely not prepared for that.
Yeah, I don't have it
protection from
prepared.
poison, but it is not prepared.
Yeah, I have purified food and drink. Also not prepared.
But
I think it's probably fine, to be honest.
I have already started.
You could just
eating.
make it. Yeah, just make Argyle eat first.
I stopped when Lena kicked me.
But you're not like seizing, foaming, thrashing,
no more than the usual amounts.
And I do have advantage on saves against poison, so I'm not as worried about it.
Yeah,
I think if he wanted to kill us, he wouldn't poison the food.
Yeah, I don't think
it's not really.
I'm not worried about him killing us with the poison. I'm worried about him doing something to influence our behavior or something like that. But so maybe if Broldish wants to like eat, she has her and let us know if she has to make a saving throw.
Yeah, so Brildish has been like, I took a quick break from eating. Lena kicked her, and being Brildish, she was not entirely certain, like, what was that for? Like, she's looking around, are there more gargoyles? Like, what did Lena see? Don't see anything. Lena's just staring at her, which is not unusual, so she just goes back to eating.
Yeah.
It is delicious, Brildish. You have probably not had as good a meal as this in
Ever?
Possibly, or certainly the last time you were perhaps in a city. It's very good. I mean, you have been on the road for 9 levels, really roughing it, and this is the best food you have had in a long time.
You guys, this is so good. This is the best food I've ever had.
The wine's good too.
I didn't drink the wine. I'm just eating.
It seems rude to eat such rich foods while poor Vasilika has no way to eat.
She's been practicing, but she's still not very good at it.
Oh, she will learn in time. It is we have all manner of guests and occupants at Castle Ravenloft, and we all have our own ways of getting by.
Who else lives here?
Oh well, I my court and the staff and servants to maintain one.
I forgot Aragal outside.
Cannon.
He's out there with Samus, but Pony came in.
I assure you, the staff has worked quite hard on the meal you see before you. It is so nice to have guests. It has been quite a while since we have had warm bodies here in the guest hall, and several weeks. And I appreciate that you have escorted the dearest Vasilika here. It is enough to almost make me forget how spirited my dearest Tatiana away from me. I guess I can never truly that, but let us place it aside for now. You are my guests. You will enjoy your meal. I insist.
Oh, with a 23, do I recognize what kind of meat this is?
Yeah, it's chicken.
Oh, okay. Sick. I'm into it.
That is less exotic than I was anticipating.
No, I'm very pleased by that answer.
Is this air fried? Is it like roasted?
I imagine like succulent roasted, like on a rotisserie. That probably some sort of like, I don't know, skeleton was turning the rotisserie for hours.
Sounds about right.
I learned an important lesson in an early Dungeons and Dragons campaign that Jane was in, where a villain was waiting in a banquet hall for the heroes to arrive, and the villain was an orc, and the villain had a lengthy monologue prepared, which is to say that I had prepared, and Jane led the group into the hall, and in order to make the villain extra villainous, I made the orc, he was just chowing down on like a plate full of dwarf, and Jane just stomped across the table and murdered the villain before he got to do his monologue. So
yeah.
This is
I thought of that dwarf at the time.
I thought of that dinner party and how that didn't go well. This is a much more civilized confrontation.
Elivor walks up to the pipe organ and starts playing bum 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 bum.
Someone's got to play the bottom hand. Hold on.
Bum 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 bum.
Oh, how?
Does anything happen? Is Strahd upset about it?
No, he seems amused.
Does he join in? This is like the call to action.
Just a little bat
thrown
like
down the gauntlet.
hopping on one of the keys.
Yeah, no, Strahd is not going to play a duet with you.
Darn it.
I thought that we could change him. We could fix him.
I soothe the savage beast.
I appreciate how you all are intermittently terrified to walk into a room and then also degrading to my nightmarish villains. It's real.
Scared to walk into a room, but we'll play his pipe organ.
Yes.
Without being asked, without asking permission, just, load up that heart and soul.
Yeah, Strahd von Zarovich is watching you with fascination, Elivor, and he as you kind of finish playing that song,
he made it real jazzy there at the end. Elivor is really getting into it.
Oh, Elivor, you are a special soul. Rarely do I see bravery and wisdom in such quantities, and never in the same vessel. But it makes me wonder if you have truly been tested. Perhaps here in Ravenloft, you will see things that even your optimism, your joie de vivre, cannot push through.
Oh,
There is
I
joy
like
to
that.
vive.
Using my word against me.
Mm.
Okay. Hey, Strahdy boy, you're different than I thought you were.
Game recognized game.
Yeah, I sort of just there was a little moment there of like, okay. I mean, we had to serve ourselves our own food, which sort of took you down a couple of points, but then I stacked them back up. I'm kind of thinking about like after this whole thing, I might start sort of like a restaurateur sort of thing. And we'll just, I mean, eat at Strahd's. I don't know. I'm sort of feeling it. There's good music. I mean, mostly because of me, but also the food, from what I've heard, is okay. But yeah, I did have a question that you never answered, which was what do we have planned for the rest of the evening? Because I mean, we can't spend this whole time eating, right? I mean, there's other stuff you want. Well, other than Broldish, I mean, is there anything else you suggest we check out here on the grounds of Strahd von Zarovich himself?
Well, I thank you again for delivering the dear Vasilika to me, and I assure you, you are safe here for your meal, and perhaps after you have filled your bellies, perhaps you will be on your way. Or
we'll certainly be on our way. I'm eating.
For if you were to stay
on our way where?
beyond that, you would not be here as guests, but as something else.
When we took charge of this young woman, she became under our protection. She is not given to you as a wife as yet.
That is not the understanding of the abbot that I had.
Well, perhaps there was something lost in translation. We feel we have developed a great deal of fondness for her over her travels. We feel very protective of her. While she doesn't talk much, we, at least until you are wed. Surely your honor, surely your honor recognizes that it would not be proper to leave a young woman in such a position all alone with no familiars.
I assure you are very bold, Lena Delina, but it would not be the first in Ravenloft. You do not understand how we do things here. But I understand you are out of your element, a child of Barovia here within the walls of the great castle Ravenloft. Do you understand how rare that is? How few come here by choice? How many of your countrymen rarely venture out of their little villages? Most of Vallaki, they've never been past that lake. What is it, a mile outside of town? To them, that is the edge of the world. And you come here and tell me how things will be?
We're supposed to give you a wife. She's not your wife yet, so we're not leaving.
Bro, this
we could return with her to little Barovia until you are ready for the ceremony, but
this is not how things will be. I understand you are full of this spit and vinegar. You have bested many of my minions. Brolish, I hear you were the one that delivered the killing blow to my dear sweet Baba Lazaga.
Did I? I don't remember.
You've caused a bit of trouble. All the other witches, they are plotting and scheming to see who will control Berez next, and I must referee among them. It is such a bore, but you are somewhere else now. This is not Berez.
You should give Berez to the goats.
I will take it under consideration.
What are we doing here then?
You are enjoying a meal under my protection, and then you will leave. And you will leave Vasilka here. That's what you are doing.
You extended your invitation to us long before we even met Vasilika. So
long before you took my dearest Tatiana away from me forever as well.
We didn't take her away.
We never met anybody named Tatiana.
Yeah, we don't know any Tatianas.
I will not speak her other name. It does not please me. I know of what you have done with that pond and We will not speak of the details of the gazebo and the ghost. It does not please me.
It's my favorite
I
mystery
think-
novel.
I am
gonna-
moving on.
I think we have to send for the abbot and sort of get confirmation that this is truly the deal that you had in place. And until then, I don't think we can go anywhere. I think that solves it all. You get your questions answered, we get our questions answered. Everything's as it needs to be. Also, I think this key's a little flat. You might want to. I don't know who you have to sort of
Ding,
fix
ding,
this
ding,
pipe
ding,
organ,
ding,
but
ding.
yeah, that one doesn't
Organ
quite sound
tuner.
right.
Well, stay. You may stay here. You will be safe, and perhaps you will send your servant to fetch whoever you need to fetch and send messages. But what do you think you're doing here?
We
I
are
thought we were
keeping-
here to attend a wedding, sir.
We're sort of,
I
you know,
ass-
at a wedding, typically there's sort of the one person's side of the family or their chosen family and another person's side of their family, chosen family. We're sort of gonna be there for Vasilka on her wedding day. It's sort of like a thing that you do to support people, and we're sort of like friends with Vasilka, and so we're gonna like, you know, hang out and
Such a-
applaud and cry and do all that stuff that you do.
Such
Grow
a
rice.
commoner point of view. You do not understand. She is marrying into nobility, and it will be a private affair. You are not invited.
I'm sorry, it's just going to be the two of you. That's
And
you know
my-
what that's called, right? Like you can't get married in the castle if it's just the two of you. You have to run away somewhere. That's how it works.
Rahadin will see to the details.
Does the bride not have the ability to invite people of her own choosing?
Strahd nervously looks at Vasilka, who nods her head enthusiastically at the idea that, of course, she would want to bring all of you. Strahd von Zarvich seems a bit taken aback by this, because you have somehow wedding lawyered him into
Wedding.
You are a generous patron from all regards, and this offering us this food, it would seem ungentlemanly to not allow your bride to be attended by the people that she chooses to have by her side.
I
That doesn't sound
grow
very noble.
tired of this.
Me too.
Us too. We're seriously so done with this. We're ready. I'm so glad you're on the same page. And he sort of struts past Strahd von Zarvich, opens the door and yells to Rahadin, Rahadi, we're gonna need more chairs for the wedding.
Strahd von Zarvich kind of looms over the table. It seems like he's suddenly much larger than he was before. And he says, you have 10 minutes to leave Ravenloft, after which your safety is no longer my concern. Suddenly, there's kind of an explosion of noise. All of the torches in the room go out. Alivor, the doorway in which you were standing, calling out to Rahadin, slams shut, and you are sealed in the guest hall in the darkness alone.
Don't worry, everybody.
With
I
it.
can still see. No.
We
Lena
leave if
lights
we're
up
trapped.
her sword.
Yeah, Crucible
Yes.
fires
How-
up a light cantrip.
How will things play out here at brunch with Count Strahd Zarevich? Why have our adventures been so spoiling to pick a fight with the most powerful vampire in all of Dungeons and Dragons? Why have they been so
It's the
rude
point.
when they were terrified to cross a threshold?
Statues are
What
scary.
horrors await
Strahds are
them
not.
here in Castle Ravenloft? Is this the only room without statues that will totally spook and scare everyone out? To be continued. Tune in next time on Total Party Kill.
I really thought we were getting somewhere with Strahd.
Yeah.
Man, you made me so hungry
I
for
mean, you
fried
certainly-
chicken.
Yeah.
Because when you said eat at Strahd's, it made me think of Stroud's, which is a fried chicken restaurant in Kansas City, which is like world renowned, really good fried chicken. And now I want some. And it says on the back of their t-shirts, we choke our own chickens.
Oh no.
I'm surprised I haven't heard of it. I'm from the Kansas City area originally. So
Well, so ends our,
Hasn't heard of
our short stint as wedding lawyers.
yeah, darn it.
Attorneys at law.
But we will become divorce attorneys.
Ooh, that's an origin story right there.
Oh my gosh.
I think Tony froze again.
Yeah.
Or he's just really happy and just content and
Nope,
pleased
he's
with
never
how
that
was
happy for that
tense.
long.
That
Yeah.
was tense.
It was.
Heart and soul.
We did antagonize him.
No.
what we
He had it
angry
coming.
angry people make mistakes.
Yeah.
I
I
am
think that
stopping
we
the
mostly
recording.
just didn't want to like.
Leave Vasilka with him?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I don't know.
That's not unreasonable.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way we're doing that.
Should we bid adieu to the live stream?
It's kind of funny that he's
Yeah.
like, hey, get out, but also I'm slamming the doors, so you may not get out.
Get
I
out, but
don't-
stay in.
Yeah.
Very
Uh,
teenager move.
Yeah. What do you want from me, Strahd?
You know, it's kind of interesting because I feel like the adventure is very confident that we will feel comfortable doing certain things
Mhm.
that feel like very bad ideas.
Yeah. I agree.
I don't know if the adventure presumes anything. I may be presuming some things, but I mean, you know, I don't know. This is kind of a weird thing because it's like, yeah, Strahd's here to talk to you, but you know, which you did not expect.
Like
Yeah.
he wants to feed us and talk to us, and then he wants us to leave.
So needy.
Yes.
I mean, I think he may also enjoy. I mean, if you don't leave, I think he may be very excited by the idea of hunting you through the castle too. So
That's
you
true.
know,
I
you
guess
know,
that's a win-win.
It's
yeah.
kind of hard whenever his little friend, you can't even walk past him not getting hurt.
I mean, I
Well,
guess
I think he wanted to confront you. He didn't want you wandering around. He
That's
he
fair.
wanted to play the organ for you and be a ridiculous vampire.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Like
And-
every
and
other
he did.
dinner party I've been to.
He did.
Yeah, right.
He thought he
Somebody's
was going
always
to
the
be.
vampire.
He thought that he was going to be obnoxious at us.
Yeah,
but
and you.
instead we were
Yes.
obnoxious at him.
That is our.
That is the dog and bony
That's
show.
our joie de vivre.
I mean,
Yeah.
now I kind of feel like we're like, okay, sure, fine, goodbye, and then we just double back, go to the guardhouse, and then try and get in through the second floor.
I mean, there's
Look
also
up what
a
joie de vivre
pretty
means.
conspicuous stairs. up to the
Joy
second
of
floor.
life.
Joy of life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we now know that main. So
has
a
a
thing that
certain
we
je
have
ne
to
sais quoi.
remember is that main room has like these live gargoyles who they might be like alarms, but they might also be reporting back to him.
Mm.
So I don't
Can
know
you
if
see-
we
can
want
you see
to.
those
Strahd, this is
on the map?
Gargoyle 6'4".
Yeah, we can see those.
Okay.
Do they sort of relay off of each other's antennas? I mean,
Ooh, it's a mesh
spikes.
network.
Yeah.
Yes. It's Euro gargoyles.
All
prefer
right.
zero.
I'm going to stop the stream.
amazed that we're
Goodbye,
finally doing
goodbye,
it.
live stream.
Stream's still going. Bye.
Oh yeah, everyone loves this. This is gold.